The new World Map tool on the Kinetic Panel gives you a whole new way to manage your server world and players in a familiar and intuitive map view. So in this video, we'll show you how to use the World Map tool on your server. You can get to the world map through the sidebar, and once you land on the page, right away you should see a map of all the explored chunks on your server. You can explore around this map by clicking and dragging with your left mouse button, and you can zoom in and out by scrolling up and down. Now that we've got the basic controls out of the way, we can move on to the more in-depth tools and features. Starting with the World Overview box on the left here. This contains some basic information about the world you're currently viewing, as well as a section that allows you to jump to the specific coordinates you input. And at the bottom, you can swap between the worlds on your server and also each dimension within each world. Below this, in the bottom left, you can see the coordinates of your current mouse cursor position. And in the top right of your map, you can find the player selection tool. This allows you to search through all the players on your server and quickly jump to their location, as well as giving you access to a few quick actions to clear their cache or refresh their location. Now, before we go through all the tools and overlays at the bottom of the map, let's swap to full screen to get a bigger and clearer view of our map. To do this, click the full screen button in the bottom right. Now we'll go through each button from left to right, starting with the Playtime heat map. This is a map overlay which shows you which chunks see the most playtime, with red having the most activity and green being less. Next to this is the Y Slice tool, which allows you to slice down to whichever Y level you want, from bedrock all the way to build limit. This is extra useful for scanning underground for caves, structures, and underground bases. The Show Entities button will overlay entities onto your map, allowing you to see the location of animals, mobs, and chests. And the Entities Only view will remove the map layer, making it a little bit easier to see individual entities. And on the end here is the Show/Hide Players button, which, as you can probably guess, either shows or removes players from the map. Now, moving over to the right side, the Center on Spawn button will snap your view over to the world spawn, and the Center on Player button will snap your view over to the current player in the player selection box. The next two buttons will allow you to create and manage locations on your world map. The Save Location button will bring up a waypoint interface where you can drag your pin into position, change the symbol, give it a name, and then save it as a location. And the Saved Locations button will bring up a list of all the locations saved on your map, showing you the name and coordinates of each location, as well as a button allowing you to jump straight to that location. The Map Snapshots tool lets you take a 2D snapshot of your map. This is kind of like a screenshot which can be shown on loading windows, printed out and stuck on your wall, or anything else you'd like to do with an image of your map. The next two tools will be grayed out. This is because you need to select some chunks to edit in order to use them. To do this, hold down Control, then click and drag over a few chunks on your map. Now these tools will no longer be grayed out, and you will see that we can either delete the selected chunks, which will return them to their default state when the world was created, or we can delete any entities that are within the selected chunks. So that's it for all the buttons on the map, but there are a few integrations with the other tools on the panel which you might find useful. First off, if you hold Control and left click on a single chunk, this will open the selected chunk in our Chunk Inspector tool. And if you left click on a player on the map, it will open an integrated player data tool window, where you can see and edit that player's inventory and basic stats. So there is an overview for the World Map tool on the Kinetic Panel. As always, if you run into any trouble using the World Map tool, you can get in touch with support via our live chat or through the support section at the top of your server panel.